Hey, looking forward to talking about when Bob gets back. The trade that the Pacers made uh, for with Malcolm Brogdon to Boston. Bob, I was just talking about you, the Pacers when draft day was here. You know, everything kind of came and went without the as you wrote, without the sizzle. Basically, nothing happened as we expected. But now the Indiana Pacers have made a trade, traded Malcolm Brogdon to Boston, and and they received like 42 players in exchange. One of those, Juwan Morgan, by the way,
Yeah,
bringing Indiana's Juwan Morgan to Indiana for the moment. If he can hold on to a spot there, which he may be a guy that they keep on a two-way, which would be good to keep him up and down, and
sure.
because he's going to be he would be a fan favorite, and he's been playing. It's not
Yeah, he's
like
been
he's been
playing
sitting.
some.
He's not been sitting on the end of
Yeah.
somebody's bench. He played for the Jazz and he played for the Celtics. So
And
we'll see how
they
that
need
goes.
guys at his position. I mean, up front they are really thin, and Lord only knows what they're going to do next with Miles Turner. So they're right now they're a bunch of 6'5" guys in Goga Batadze and Isaiah Jackson. So we'll see what happens. But um, to me, I mean, I saw a lot of people said they didn't get back enough for Brogdon. I'm like, the guy has played. He played 36 games last year. He missed 25 the year before. I mean, the only time he's ever played a full season was his rookie year. I don't know what you can expect to get in return for a guy who's just hurt all the time. And it's not a rip on him. I mean, he's just hurt, but um, they got some cap space. They got a first rounder, which will be a late first rounder because you have to assume that Boston's going to be very good next year. But that gives them three first rounders next year, and I think it puts them in a position where they could probably move up, in the draft. And let's face it, they're going to be picking really high next year. This team is going to take a couple of years to rebuild, and I think Indiana fans are cool with that. They don't want to see bad basketball, but I think they're okay seeing, spirited young players do their thing and see some growth because, this mediocrity stuff was just getting old.
Yeah, and so they'll have 3 first round picks without having a bad record. So there's potentially 4.
No, 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 no. I mean, I'm saying that assuming that they will have. I mean, they'll have their own first rounder already, which will probably be a top 5, top 10 pick. And they'll have 2 more. They got one from Boston. I forget where the other one is from. I'm having a brain seizure here, but they will have 3 picks next year. So they're I look. I don't think that you could move Malcolm Brogdon for very much. I just don't think he was that valuable. I read these Boston writers, and they're like, "Oh, he's a great facilitator, and he does this and does that." Well, first of all, he's a combo guard. He's not really a point guard per se. And secondly, he's always hurt. So, let's see what he can do if he can stay healthy. But the idea that you could get more in return, to me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, what is it that they need that the Pacers need that they are
Forwards.
so? But are they going to wait get those guys through the draft next year, knowing that that's probably coming, knowing that the upcoming or the following draft, but next season is just going to be another season to get through, to get to where they need to get to on the other side, because this is new territory for the Pacers. They have never rebuilt this way through the draft. They've always done it how they've done it through trades and however, but they've never had the opportunity to do it this way.
Yeah,
So
I don't think they're going to wait too long. I really think there are 2 things that are going on right now. Whether they're going to come to fruition, I don't know. So don't, Bob Kravitz reports. No, it's not. I'm just hearing that the Miles Turner thing is still on the table, and if there's a good offer, they're going to make a deal. If there's not, I think they're ready to move forward and maybe move him at the trade deadline because he's going into the last year of his contract. So you don't want to lose him for nothing. And then there's DeAndre Ayton, who I am hearing they are very involved in either, trying to get him as a restricted free agent, making an offer sheet, or maybe a sign and trade. So I think that in the next couple of days, we may see a lot. We may see the face of the Pacers change pretty significantly if things go according to plan.
Now, and by face of the Pacers, do you mean for next season?
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah.
Because next season, I expect the face of the Pacers to change yet again because of what they'll have in the draft. And like you said,
well, that'll be for the year after. But I'm saying that I think we're going to see some stuff happen here in the next, it could be 24 to 72 hours or longer than that. So I think next season they'll be a very different looking team, and then I think they'll continue that metamorphosis, if you will, the next year, because they're going to have a lot of cap space as well, and that doesn't do the Pacers a whole lot of good in the sense that they can't get big time free agents here, but they can make uneven trades, which means, if they can make a deal and take on more salary than they give out in a trade. So they have a lot of options moving forward. So, if they make the right kinds of trades and signings, that they could get decent fast. But to me, this is a 2, 3, 4 year process.
And if you don't think that those picks at the top matter, Chet Holmgren, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 blocks in 24 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
In NBA Summer League play. He played a half. And that's not even a half. Is that a half? Is that a half in an NBA game? 24 minutes?
Yeah. Last I checked. So
in a half of a game, 24/7, 6 blocks and 4 assists.
Well, I had one person in the Pacers front office tell me they think he could be the next Dirk Nowitzki.
He had four triples. He had 4 triples. It was 4 of 6 behind the arc.
Yeah. Pretty impressive. I mean, look, it's summer league. You can't get too excited, but look, if you're Oklahoma City and you're sitting there with this guy, there's a reason to get excited. Look, I guarantee you, if Benedict Mathurin goes off in his first game, we're all going to get excited. So good for them. But again, you're not playing against elite talent in the summer league, but very impressive.
No, but he's playing against better talent than he played in college.
Oh, no doubt. No, there's no question about
it. And actually, he's having more impressive numbers.
Yeah. Well, I think part of it too is I was reading actually on The Athletic last night that the spacing in the college game is so much different than it is in the pro game. Pro game, there's a lot more spacing, and that allows guys like Holmgren to do his thing with a little more freedom and space. So I think he might be one of those guys who's just perfectly set up to play the NBA space game.